Yeah.
Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Preeti. I'm going to be a counselor. Everybody knows me, we go way back. But all of you are here for the first time and most of you are new to the therapy part. So let's start with the basic introduction. And before we dive in, I just want to let you know that this is a safe place. What we say stays here. So Namrata, do you want to go forward?
Yeah, of course. So my name is Namrata. I'm a student. I'm a social media influencer. I have 2.4 million followers. I'm sure you guys already know me.
Yes, that's what I was thinking about. That I've seen you somewhere.
Yeah, see? And I've known Dr. Peter for a long time. I've come to her before and I've been to a therapy session. So this is true. Yeah, that's me.
For sharing. So Nia, do you want to go forward?
Me?
Yeah, Nia.
So hi, I'm Nia, and I got married 6 months back. We had a wedding in Bali, and then for honeymoon we went to Switzerland. Everything was good for the initial 2 months, 2 to 3 months. Then after that, things started to go downhill. Regular fights and all, but we just sorted out. Like not that bad. And I just didn't want to come here, but my dear husband, he wanted me to come, and I just love him way too much to say no. So here I am.
Thank you for sharing, Nia. So Sarah, do you want to?
Hi everyone, I'm Sarah. I'm 26. I'm an editor, and I just got engaged, by the way.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. And so I've been having relationship problems lately, so which is why I'm here.
Thank you so much for sharing that. Now, Arya, do you want to introduce yourself to everyone?
Yeah, sure. Hey everyone, so my name is Arya, I'm 26-year-old and I'm an architect. The reason that I came here is because what I've experienced that I'm very clear about my life choices, and if someone gives me some responsibility, I do it on time and stuff. But recently, I'm not able to do anything. I'm really confused about all of my life options, my work life, my social life. I'm not even able to concentrate on a thing. So that's the reason I came here.
So, Namrata, why don't you share your journey with everyone? So, everyone will get more accommodated with the process.
Yeah, okay. So I am bisexual, and when I first came out to my parents, they didn't accept me. They sort of disowned me, and I'm currently living in with my partners. My friends were even in the beginning, they were a little unsupportive and they were hesitant to accept me. But now they've got to know me more and better. They support me and accept me for who I am.
So, Sarah, in the introduction, you said you're having some relationship issues with your fiance. So, first, let's start with your fiance. So, where did you guys meet? How did it all start?
So basically we're high school sweethearts, and we've been dating for quite some time now. But we've been having, as I said, we've been having issues. Let's just say he's not been as attentive towards me, and I think he's a changed person. And I don't feel as interested in traveling to work. That's when I was really obsessed, and I was on the verge of crying. That's how upset I was. And he didn't even realize it. He did not even get a hint of how upset I was. So he was totally nonchalant about it, and he did not pay attention. But then I called my best friend, and she could just make out by my voice that I was upset. And that's when she took me out, and we had some fun.
How often do you feel like your partner is not interested in you or you don't feel interested in him? How often does this happen?
I would say there are hardly any times when I actually feel like I love him and I'm interested in him. But all the other times it's just indifference basically. I did not like him, but he was the first guy who proposed to me and I said yes. And we've been dating ever since. And I didn't even realize it when he proposed to get married, and then I just went with the flow.
So, let's talk about your best friend. So, how long have you known her? Can you introduce her to ourselves?
Yeah, so my best friend is Zoya. She's a really fun person. I mean, I love her. There's this kind of energy that she radiates, which no other person I know has. And she's just this cheerful, helpful, and she's so energetic. And she can make anybody smile.
So Nia, in the introduction you said that you and your husband are having some bickerings. So will you explain us about what is really going on with you?
It's hard to explain, but as you know, so he really likes children. He wants a child, but I don't know why. I don't feel it's for me. I can't do it. And he loves children so much that we constantly have fights on having children, and obviously my in-laws are in his favor. So it's too much for me to handle sometimes, you see.
Why do you think you don't feel to this idea of having children?
I just don't know. This is what's bothering me.
something in me tells me that, you can't do this, Nia. It's not for you. And it's very difficult for me to explain it to him because he won't understand.
So, Nia, you said you are having constant bickering with your husband related to this topic. So, how do you manage this? Is there a way? How do you cope with this? What are the after outcomes of this fight?
So the outcomes are usually that we don't talk for like hours together, and I am very intolerant to alcohol, so I usually have a sleeping pill and go to sleep because I can't handle this. So after a fight, it's always like I have my pills and I'm off to sleep because it's too much for me to handle.
Okay, so Arya, in the introduction, you said that you're having some confusion. So, in what aspect of your life are you having this confusion? Can you explain?
Okay, so before, if I got any consignment, I used to do it on time, I used to complete it on time, and it was perfect. Like every assignment was perfect. But recently I got the consignment and I just couldn't do it because I was having issues with my relationship. And I just don't know what to do anymore. I'm just all over the place. I'm confused about everything in my life right now.
When you say you are having relationship issues, can we talk more about it?
Yes, sure, I'm comfortable in talking about it.
Is someone or are you single?
I'm not sure what to call it because I was dating a guy, I liked him very much, but recently I went on a few dates with a girl, but she's trying to be serious about the whole thing, and I'm not someone who likes to be committed. I have commitment issues. So I'm just not sure. I'm confused. Who should I date? It should be a guy, it should be a girl, I don't know.
Gradually you will figure it out that why I have chosen you guys to be together in one group, and so that you guys are sharing similar kinds of struggle in your life, and I think you all can help each other out in finding your own selves and accepting our own selves. Start with you. Are you comfortable talking about the intimacy issues right now?
I guess I think I'm more open and I can be more frank than what I was the last time. So yeah, I can.
Let's give it a try. So you said that you're having intimacy issues. Do you wanna maybe talk more about it? Help everyone to understand it.
So to be honest, the only thing that has changed from my first session till this day is that our relationship has become more complicated. I feel like we're falling out. This won't work. I don't think I can make this work anymore.
Why do you think that you can't make it?
I feel I can't give him what he deserves. I guess I can't satisfy him. I can't give him what every man wants in a marriage. I'm not comfortable with that idea, and he is not ready to accept that.
So, is there any negative outcome you can see on your own self? Like, how do you cope with it?
So my coping mechanism, I start binge eating. I was never a big eater before marriage, but now you see, when I'm stressed, either I binge eat or I have sleeping pills and go to sleep because I feel sleeping gives me relief. So yeah, that's what I do.
So Nia, have you ever had any physical relationships with anyone else before with your husband, or except him?
To be honest, no.
So Nia, I'm not sure if you're familiar with this term, but there's the term called asexual. Have you ever heard about it?
I've heard about it, but I don't really know what it actually means.
Asexuals, they do have romantic feelings for their partner. They do want intimacy. They like the concept of hugs, the touch, the kisses. They have the butterflies. But the thing is, they just are not involved and not interested in the sexual aspect. It's not that there is something wrong with their own self or with their partner. It's very natural and it is okay. You just have to accept that fact and have a healthy, mature conversation with your partner. Obviously, there are not going to be everyone to be okay with it, but that doesn't mean that you should feel guilty. Do you think you can relate to this?
To some extent, yes. But I don't think I can agree with the fact that I'm asexual. But yeah, I can relate to it, but I'm not sure. No.
Let's not jump to any conclusions. We have time here. You go, you do your research, I'll send you some reading material, we'll talk more about this and then let's see where it goes.
Sure.
Sarah, the other day we were talking about your best friend. So what's going on with you and her right now?
We're just best friends. She's my favorite person, that's for sure. But it's because of her girlfriend. So I think she's using her, but she won't accept that fact.
She's using her.
It's just that Zoya is a very good person. So she's just using her for her benefit. That's all that there doesn't have to be logic to it.
Honestly, if you don't have any good reason, I think you might be just jealous of your best friend's girlfriend,
What? That's outrageous.
Okay, let's not jump to a conclusion here. Why do you think she would be jealous?
Because she literally has no reason, to reject her best friend's girlfriend. And she's not even
It's okay, Sarah, let's wait.
That wasn't my fault tomorrow.
Namrata, you've been coming here for a long time. You know that's not how we do it.
She was in denial.
Aren't we all in denial? Aren't we all just denying something or the other? It took you a long time to come out, to talk to me and to talk to your friends. So, don't you think we should give her some time to accept the fact? I agree. We all are here to support her. We all are here to support, to be compassionate, to hear each other and not to pass any judgments. And you know this, Namrata. You've been here from so long.
I'm sorry, I fought.
You're back. Hello everyone, welcome back. Unfortunately, due to COVID, we couldn't do this, live, so we have to do it online. So I hope that is not a problem. So let's dive in. So before that, Sarah, could you please turn your camera on? Sarah?
Yeah.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi.
What happened? Were you crying?
Not really.
Come on, Sarah, it's a safe place. All of us have been through a lot together. We can talk about it. You want to talk about what you're feeling right now?
Honestly, I feel really low. I know I stormed out the last time, but after that, I did a lot of thinking, and a lot of things that just didn't make sense to me are clear to me right now.
So maybe we can start from the last time you left, and when Namrata told you some things. What did go inside you? How did you feel when you heard those words? Can you please explain?
Like you saw, I was clearly very angry because I just couldn't come to terms with it, and I couldn't, even in my wildest dreams, imagine something like this. But honestly, it was just a facade. It wasn't even real. It was just a defense mechanism, me trying to not accept my feelings because I just couldn't believe something like this could, I could be one of, I mean, if you know what I'm talking about.
We all are here for you. We understand you. Sarah, having your sexuality, finding out your sexuality is a very complex process. And you have already made such a huge progress. I remember when you came on the day one, you couldn't even talk to us properly. And now you are here talking to us, sharing your feelings to us. And it is a huge step. So maybe we can start, you opening up, you sharing your feelings with the people who are important to you in your life. And Namrata, do you have anything to say to Sarah?
Yes, Sarah, I'm really sorry the last time I talked to you, the tone and everything. I respect your feelings, I respect your sexuality, and I hope you get better and make good progress and accept yourself.
I completely understand, and it's quite all right.
I'm very proud of you. This just showcases that how it is a safe environment, and maybe sometimes we'll end up judging each other, but we all are humans and we can learn from our mistakes and try to be more acceptive and try to be more acceptive of others and our own selves. It's very
Guys,
brave
can we
of-
please cut it? Can we please focus on others? There are other people waiting here too who have bigger problems in life.
Yes, Nia, of course, we all are here for you. What is happening with you? Come on.
Oh, look who got divorced. Here I thought that my life will come back to its, normal pace. And here I was just thinking that maybe after taking your suggestions, if I read more books, maybe I'll understand about my sexuality. And I thought, maybe I can figure it out finally. But look what happened here. And I felt here I had a divorce with my husband, and I couldn't even find out who I was or what sexuality do I possess. I'm at loss on both sides. My world is just falling apart. What am I supposed to do?
Senior, sexuality isn't just about sex. It's about your feelings, your emotions, your attractions and desires, and how you express these. It includes whether we are attracted to the people of the same gender as you or a different gender, or are attracted to more than one gender. Love is not just about sex. There are many healthy relationships that don't involve sex.
You're trying to prove this fact. I lost my husband and my married life. I don't think I'm asexual. I just can't take this anymore.
Okay to feel all these feelings. It's like a notion that you've always believed your entire life. And now it's like
your entire belief system is falling apart. So it is very natural to feel these feelings, but it's okay. You will make progress in this, you will get over it, and you will finally start accepting yourself. It is a long way, but not impossible. Yeah, whatever, just you can just move on. Okay. So Namrata, what's going on with you?
When lockdown happened because of COVID-19, my parents called me to come back home and stay with them, so I'm home.
Oh, you're home. So how is your relationship with your parents lately?
It's
Would you
not,
be able to describe it?
yeah, sure. It's not like it's gotten all perfect, but I can say there's progress, there's improvement.
So what do you guys talk about? Is there any conversation between you guys or not?
No, of course, there's thoda conversation. We have a lot of catching up to do. All these years I've been staying apart from them. So yeah, they talk about what I did and how I handled things.
And how are their reactions toward your life?
I told them like what hardships I went through, and they're proud of me. Like after about those times, and yeah, that's what we talk about the last 2 years that we missed, and a little bit here and there. Yeah.
Have you talked about your sexuality with your parents since you came back?
The topic hasn't really came up, and honestly I'm happy where we are right now, normally getting to know each other more and more after a few things have changed about me, about them, so we're still learning about each other more.
That's very great to hear about, Namrata. I'm so
Thank you.
proud of you. You've made such a huge progress. I have known you from years, and it's just so wonderful to see from where you started and from to where you are right now.
Thank you. Thank you to you too, doctor.
So Arya, you've been quiet. What's going on with you?
Well, lockdown happened and I got fired actually, for not being able to do my work in a proper manner. And that's okay because I think I'm gonna, start doing something else in lockdown because there are a lot of things one can do. So I'm gonna focus on something else for now and I'm gonna figure out a lot of things in this lockdown.
So when you got to hear this news, what was your initial reaction? What did you feel?
Well, I was very devastated when I heard that, I got fired because I was doing my best. But then after thinking about it, I was like, okay, I can use this time to do something else. I can focus on myself. I can figure out what I want. So, and luckily I have my savings. So, yeah, I'm happy. I'm okay with the decision. I'll say that.
So Arya, what's going on in your romantic life lately?
Well, I joined a few dating apps currently. So, I'm just going through my options right now. So, that's what I'm doing right now. Thank
So,
you.
guys, I think this is it for our session right now. Our time is up, unfortunately, but I'm very proud of every one of you who has made such a huge progress. And we still have to go a long way. Nia and Sarah, I hope you both are able to accept yourself in a much more better and a healthy manner. And I hope to see you guys in the next session with more progress, with more positivity, and more smiles. Thank you. Hello, Dr. Preeti. I hope you're doing good, and thank you for giving me time for a personal meeting. I would like to start by apologizing for my behavior in the last session. I hope you understand that it was because of my trauma from getting a sudden divorce, and I was just not in the right frame of mind, you see. And I hope that you'll forgive me for this. It's okay, Nia. You don't have to apologize. You're going through so much in your life, and what you felt and what how you reacted is very natural. And you coming out and you asking for this personal session itself is a big step. You're moving towards in a positive direction. So if you don't mind, should we start like after the divorce? Do you feel free to talk about the thinking process? What's going on in your mind after this divorce? I can say that since you've recommended me so many books, and I went through those, and I started researching and reading about asexuality, and I finally figured out that indeed, yes, I am asexual, and now I feel really light, and I really feel nice that I've been able to accept my reality. It really lifts the burden off my shoulders of keeping up with my husband's and my in-laws expectations and the society's expectations, and I really feel I don't have to give in to somebody else's satisfactions and needs, and I don't have to satisfy anybody else anymore but myself. So I've learned to prioritize myself and learn to be happy in my own. So yeah, thank you for that. That's a huge step, Nia. Welcome back, guys. So this is gonna be our last group therapy session. So let's start with Nia. Nia, what's going on with you right now? So, as we've established the fact that I am asexual in our previous therapy sessions, so I guess I'm very happy with my life and myself right now. That now I can accept who I am and accept my situations, and life is just being very kind to me these days. I don't feel pressurized at all. I feel I have no burden of satisfying somebody else's need. I can put myself first now. I have my career, and this is all I wanted in life, happiness, and that's what I'm getting. That's very great, Nia. So, Sarah, what do you want to speak on our last session? How are you feeling?
Yeah, so it's been going pretty good. Much better than what I expected it would be. And yeah, we mutually broke off our engagement, my fiance and I. So, and I've come to terms with myself, accepting myself for who I am. So that's a good thing, I think.
It is definitely a good thing. It is a huge thing that you're finally accepting yourself and you've come to the conclusion and you're not running away from yourself. And I've seen all of you grow to start accepting yourself, to start accepting your sexuality, and to not give in to society norms and to labels. So before you guys go on, I just want you guys to remember that questioning your sexual orientation can be difficult, because of people's attitudes around you, but it could help you make sense of the feelings that you're going through a long time. So whether you are straight, whether you are lesbian, you are gay, you are bisexual, you are transgender, there is absolutely no reason to not feel confident about yourself. You should be proud of who you are and just accept yourself. And I think we all have seen each other start accepting ourselves. That is one of the biggest achievement you can achieve, And I'm very proud of you all. And I just hope and I wish you all luck and my wishes for your future endeavors and your successful, healthy life. And hopefully a very healthy mental life.
Thank you